Hello everyone and welcome to Day Job. Today we're doing a special double length stream since I am off of work. So let's get to it. We're gonna be continuing with our rotation training for Worlds. I hope everybody will bear with me as I play basically like 4 decks between now and the end of the year, or the end of the season, because I want to try to actually, be prepared for Worlds this year instead of what happened in 2015 when I kept doing my switch decks every 2 minutes thing, and I ended up not being really prepared for Worlds at all. So hopefully all of you will bear with me and we can enjoy my training together, my training montage. All right. We're just waiting on an opponent in the meantime. All right. Let me have a sip of my coffee. But yeah, we're in full-on Worlds training mode, so all right. I believe in you. Somebody join the game. And today I also find out whether or not I got world tickets. Exciting. So I think we're gonna start with the the Val deck. Yeah, it's beautiful and I love it. It's one of my favorite decks that I've built to date. This is gonna make things significantly more difficult. Oh shit. Hopefully that same guy will join. Yeah, Rotage. The bad pub is to turn me into Super Wizard. Because if I can land... Alright, let's face check. Let's use our face as a breaker. I'll take it. Let's go again. They're gonna let us just waltz in. That's probably a Colossus then. Let's draw. So we've got the mining accidents. We just need to make them spend money. I think the thing... Well, that's not certainly not going to help. Arc lockdown. If we don't already have what we need, that now means that our injects could potentially be not playable. Okay. I would really treasure it if we could get breaker, count siphon of some kind. That would be ideal. A deja vu. This is going to be one of those games where we get everything in like the reverse order that we need it. We gotta get rid of one mining accident. Actually, we could probably just get rid of all of them because the bad pub. The bad pub's really good. Rebirth is too good though. Yeah. It stinks, but our opponent is not spending any money. Yeah, we're never gonna land those mining accidents now. Like, I don't know what to do here. We're getting cards in a very bad order here. Sure. Yes, I'm not normally Omar. This is uncanny. But this is, I guess, the price you pay for playing 50 card decks, is you get a ton of variance. I mean, we can't put anything down that tags us, because we'll immediately die. This is rough. Like, we're just losing power as we continue to draw things in the wrong order. Because we're being forced to overdraw to find money and the tools that we actually need. This stinks. Yeah, I think we're just gonna lose here, because we're gonna lose the counter surveillances that we were forced to install early, and then we're probably gonna just lose because our opponent has 31 credits because we were not able to do any credit denial in the early game. Hey, hey. Welcome, everybody. Yep. That's basically game. We got no shot. Hopefully we can still pull this out, because that's a Colossus. We've got the Dean Lister in hand. So we've got the other part of the combo now. We can go ahead and pitch a Count Siphon, because that's never coming up. Sure, you can have all the money in the world. We've just got to focus on our incredibly boring late game plan. I wonder. But yeah, we're doing it. This is the problem that I have with the Val deck. I feel like the Val deck is the most outright powerful, but it is the most fragile to not being able to execute its game plan. Okay, so now we're just gonna win. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the counters on here. We're going to Mars for Martians. We're going to put down Dean Lister. We're gonna put down counter surveillance, and then we're gonna go into HQ and win the game. Well, actually, usually there's a point where people just give up on trashing stuff if I've been siphoning them into oblivion. Alright. Put up a W. Alright, I do think that I'm gonna go down to one of those, though. And I actually think I want a second Armitage. Let's find another game. So, the title on here is Malevolent, but I think the running title for this deck should be the Martian Legion, because we just salt farm to finance that Legion. Oh yeah, James, 1000%. Losing liberated accounts hurts Anarch so incredibly hard. Because if I still had access to those, the daily cast and the Armitage would be gone. I'd have 3 Liberateds, and then I'd probably have maybe 1 Armitage, just as a backup. I mean, these 3 decks, these are my potential Worlds decks, so what do people think? Give me some feedback here. Because, you know, this is where we're heading. God, I just wish I had more money. But I don't know how to fit more money into this Val. Well, the guy, my opponent, Rayan, fast-tracked for a government takeover when he hadn't already seen all 3 surveillances. So I just used the counter surveillance that I was holding to see the whole hand and win the game. So for those of you who aren't necessarily familiar with the clan arc, the combo is you have a bunch of tags. Click 1, you play Mars for Martians, and you gain a bunch of tags, and maybe you draw some cards. And then you put down Dean Lister, you put down counter surveillance, and then last click you use counter surveillance and just like deep dig for a billion cards. I want this deck to be more interactive. We didn't get to be interactive that game because I didn't get to run until the run that won the game because we drew our cards in an opposite order. But the whole point of having the mining accidents and everything to give me bad pub is so that it is an interactive deck, as opposed to my noise version, which was not very interactive at all. You know what I'm saying? I always try with everything that I do to try to make things more, not less interactive if I can. Hack the planet, that's right. Hey Andrew, welcome, welcome. Do we think that's what, like a house of knives? How bold am I? Not very. I really need a program. That's what we need. Deep in our heart of hearts, so I can start siphoning. I've got the tools. I've got everything that I've always wanted. That's the House of Knives. Yep. Okay, so we just need a breaker so we can threaten HQ. Because the last thing I want is to like be like, lol, siphon, and then they res combine you and I lose 4 of the most powerful cards in my deck. This is getting brutal. Maybe I've lost like my Anarch touch. I don't know. Where are her breakers? Fuck it. See, I was all worried for nothing. I will take all of your money. And now things are gonna get interesting. So let's start blue moosing. Let's draw. Let's draw. Let's siphon. Yes, they did. Yeah, rotation is official as of October 1st. If you're planning on going to Worlds, it should be official now. Hey, we're actually getting to play Mining Accident, though, and that's pretty exciting. Because now we've got... See, this is a more interactive deck in my... Well, in that it actually runs. But, like, the whole point of this deck is that if you're on asset spam... I can click through your HB ice or whatever, or, you know, cheat my way in somehow. And then once I do that, I'm just able to hold you down. And bad pub, 3 bad pub is better than being wizard. Because it's for every run, not just the first asset that you trash. So then things start getting very, very oppressive for our opponents. Now we've got... Because they're potential unleashed, we have lost some additional tools here, which we need to be wary of. So the Mars for Martians is our late game money burst. So we need to keep an eye on how much money we have because we require that cash to fire our combo. Okay. You certainly got that. This is a tough one. Probably... Probably Omar. I'm going to go ahead and say that even though our opponent is trying to go for some sort of lockout, I think they made an incorrect decision here. It would have been much more advantageous for them to lock down the count siphons and slow down my ability to screw with them. If you all are following me there. Mind game is a tough ice to put on HQ when you're getting siphoned because rezzing it doesn't save you at all. Now in this case, I only made a net of $2 because of the bad pub, but we're keeping them at no money, so that's well worth it. So now that we've got some cash, what we're gonna do is counter surveillance R&D. And all the bad pub helps with that. So yeah, we will trash DNA synth modification. We'll access the future perfect. We'll bet 1. And then we've got 1 click remaining. So we'll siphon to get more tags to offset our hand size issue. Have we seen all 3 Mars for Martians? We have not. Okay. Now, we don't have an innumerable amount of cards. That is something to keep in mind when playing this deck. So, things can get a little hairy if you're not paying attention to what's going on. In this case, there it is, Mars for Martians in the hand. So we're ready to set up for the big dig. Perfect. I love when you click up for money. All right. So now we're gonna account siphon. So many siphons. Siphon life. We'll get those down and ready for next turn. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out. It's always a good time. So I appreciate it. Okay. We can Blue Moose this other God of War. I'm curious. I can't wait to see what's here. Let us siphon and see. Show me Kamaino. No, Kukugo. I'll jack out. Thank you for vamping yourself. Let's go counter surveil R&D. Hedge fund. GQ. Take it. Take it. Trash it. Good game. Gotta love that brutal Anarch power. When this deck gets rolling, it does crazy crap, and we had our opponent on a hand size of 3 the entire game. It's so miserable. Ah, he left. Does it, though? I just hold my combo pieces. What are they trashing? Oh, they closed accounts? Okay, I have Mars for Martians the next turn. Let's do the Turtle Power deck. Okay. Keep this. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I have multiple bad pub. I played against somebody who was playing controlling the message deck, and I landed 2 mining accidents, and they played all seeing eye, and I'm like, yep, you gotta play that 4 times for it to land against me. Museum of History. Okay. Welcome, Isadaya. I get a little bit Genghis Khan. Don't want you to get it on with nobody else but me. Come on. I know, that's like a pet card for you. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess that's worth. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Max value. So, okay, there's another one. Good. Wait, yeah. You paid a lot of influence for those. What ice do we think this could be? Can we siphon? That is the real question that we have to ask ourselves. I mean, Kagugo we can definitely deal with right now. So there goes both of our errands. That's less rad. Let's go ahead and trash it now. This has been kind of a weird year. You can't really use what's going on this year in the game as indicative of, like, the game normally. It's been a very strange year. I'll take that. Clippy can be recovered. And we have another copy of Gauntlet, and Siphon isn't doing a ton of work for us, so I'll take that. Draw. Draw. That we do need to install so we don't lose it. And then we'll get another gang sign down. Triple gang sign Leela. I think it's strong right now. How many siphon? We've just lost the one siphon. Okay, now we've got Mongoose. So we're more or less full rig as long as we don't lose this gauntlet, but we will. No, oh, thank God, that wasn't the thing that was pulled. We do got to get rid of that. The nice thing about playing Blue Moose in Criminal is there's literally no reason to not Blue Moose everything, because anything that you lose is functionally on Mars. So, we're getting to a point pretty soon here where we're going to want to get our hand up big and try to actually find agendas. That tastes pretty good, though. Let's go ahead and siphon. This is such a breath of fresh air for criminal because it stalls out their game if they're keeping on top of it, and it deals with one of criminal's greatest problems is that once the centrals are rezzed, it taxes them out too much to get in for Temujin runs and things like that. But it doesn't give it to us for free. Like, we have to work for it, which I really like. Like, it's a very balanced way of giving criminals a way they can basically farm efficiency, which I like a lot. Okay, so we'll install paperclip just to get it out of our bin, but we'll break with this. And then we will absolutely take your money. And we'll remove tag, remove tag. Now we do have a little bit of a countdown clock, so we got to be careful. I'm curious. I want to know what that is. Let's check server 11. Because if it's a psychic field, we're not going to get hit by it. We're going to check server 10 too. Cool. Okay. Drag out. Let's run R&D while the running's good. Take it. Let's do that. It's Blue Moose. They want to res that, they can. We'll break it for $1 money dollar. I mean, it's tough. All right, so let's Blue Moose something. This other copy of Aaron that we'll never get back. Everything is basically hit points now, so we need to think of things like that. We'll put down the Aeneas though, because it gives us a little bit of late stage money, and we can just take single picks off of R&D until we win. No, we just have the medium. Unfortunately. Alright, so first things first. Let's siphon you now that the siphoning is good. Now we gotta be advised that we are running out of cards. So we need to get ready to hopefully win this game because we have to have 4 cards to steal Obokata Protocol. I didn't mean to trash that. I think next turn we've got to go in on HQ with Gauntlet and hope to pull one of the agendas that our opponent's been hiding in there. The other thing we can do is literally just wait. Well, let's check R&D first. Yeah, we could take a look at it and see if we can add it. Alright, we gotta do it. Let's check HQ with Gauntlet. And that's game. What's in the name, James? You have to play Jinteki when you're on Jinteki.net, apparently. Siphons are good. We didn't get to use Gang Sign even one time. I like the Leela deck a lot. I think it's the least powerful, but most resilient. And when I say powerful, obviously we have power there. But I mean, like, the Val deck, like, comes out with, like, a super turn and just, like, obliterates my opponent's entire game plan with Mining Accident and Counter Surveillance. This is a more subtle, just pressuring you in a bunch of different ways, but it's not like a... It's not like an artillery cannon. It's like a siege, right? Like, this is like a siege deck. I don't have links to any of these. Let me get them for you all real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll drop them in the chat first, and then I'll update the show notes. Just give me a second. Yeah, Adam Doyle is, like, easily one of my favorite Netrunner artists. He does a lot of the kind of smoky looking... Why is Netrunner DB not loading? It does, he does a lot of the smokier art that has the more abstract look to it, like Paperclip. He also does Amakua. Like, he does a lot of my favorite cards in this game. He did Medium's art. He did Nanotech. So, like, there's just a lot of really solid... Oh, he also did Inti. Like, Hakuna Matata. Where's my Val deck? Alright, let me start dropping these links on you. So, here's the Val deck. Here's the Haley deck. Where's the Leela? Did I make the Leela somewhere else? I did. I made the Leela deck on Meteor, and I just made that deck on stream, and then I accidentally made it rotation ready. The name of the Val deck is actually the Martian Legion now, because of the salt mining. So I'm putting these in the show notes as well. Alright, let's find another game. Which one should I play next? Some of them. I've got prints from both Matt Zellinger, who does a lot of the characterization for like the IDs, and I've also talked to Adam Doyle, and basically some pieces of art Fantasy Flight allows them to sell prints of, because you know it helps hype the game. And then certain pieces of art that are for like specific promotional pieces, or like the deck boxes or things like that, that are like, that end up on like the blister pack covers, those end up becoming branding images for Netrunner, and they're not able to sell those. Yeah, because like for example, if you go onto InPrint, which is a print selling website, and you go onto either Matt Zellinger's or Adam Doyle's, like 2/3 of the cards that they've made, the art is for sale. Matt Zellinger gets away with it a lot more because the people aren't like Netrunner branding, so the art that goes on the IDs, he sells those prints. Whereas Adam Doyle, a lot of his cards have end up as covers of data packs, and I guess he can't sell them. I can't do a post-rotation smoke. I've been trying and trying and trying, and I just don't think you can fit everything that she needs in there with good money. I just don't think you can do it. God, and that makes me so mad to say, but I just don't think you can do it. But anyway, regardless, let's go ahead and let's do the heat gun. Let's make people angry with the heat gun. Everybody hates Cipher. Was everybody able to get to those links okay for the decks? But yeah. While we're waiting for our opponent, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who supports me by watching, and my patrons as well. Especially Matt Bruner, Paul Gillibrand, Chairman Hero, Andrew Bancroft, James Merrick, Kyle Urbach, Reality Check, Chris Perez, Lori Plant, and C. Kirk. All of the expansion of content that I've been doing in the last few months, and all the improved equipment, the green screen, the better lighting, the camera, none of that would have been possible without everybody's support and help. So I deeply appreciate that. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please consider taking a look at the links in the show notes below and either giving me a one-time tip or becoming a patron. What, did we have a blip? Oh, it looks like I had some dropped frames, so it looks like you guys probably heard me say something a bunch of different times. But yeah. We're about to do the deck club. We ended up picking criminal. And right now the vote's going. Let's take a look at the votes, shall we? Right now, Silhouette is in the lead for which ID we're going to try to make a deck for in the deck club. So that'll be exciting. Maybe criminals are finally rich enough. Oh, GPI net tap with Blackguard. Wait, what set is Blackguard from? That's a bad hand. We're gonna mulligan it. Oh my god. Well, that's pretty rough. We're gonna try to mulligan for employee strike in our open, which we do not get. Well, that sucks. Scorpios is a very bad matchup for my Haley deck. Yeah, it's Blackguard. So, unless we can find our employee strike, we're going to get to play Parasite exactly one time. But luckily, we will still have the advantage that Cypher still does Cypher stuff. I just really want to try to get the Clot threat in play and then get Employee Strike down. I mean, it's important. I feel like Scorpios is an important keep you honest ability to keep certain recursion strategies from just being unstoppable, if that makes any sense. I feel like that's it's a very important, yeah, kind of just moderating force. So we've got Clot threat now. We're not going to install anything else because we want to get Clot in the bin. And then now we just need to find an SMC and an Employee Strike. They're probably going for some sort of kind of big buster one-turn score type dealy. Let's get Cypher down. I'm sorry I play all these slow play decks, everyone. I promise it's not on purpose. Oh, there you are, finally. Things are gonna get real weird. That's going to go on HQ. Oh, no. The remote. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry. Okay. What can we put down cheaply? Then we're still gonna have to get rid of something. Can probably ditch one of the same old things. That's pretty rad. Okay, we gotta get working, because things are gonna get weird. There you are, you beautiful bastard. Okay, so we've got a bunch of the things that we need now. So let's get nanotech down. We're not going to install anything else. We're going to get rid of the other diesel. And now we're ready to just start destroying ice. Alright. Nice. Okay. So now, we're going to put down employee strike. And we're going to go into HQ like a boss. So that's an ice wall. Ice wall we will break the normal way. Because there's probably more nutrient-rich targets. Like that. Wow. Hopefully we're not just dead. Because we could just be dead. But we're going to find out. Oh, no. There's no punitive counterstrike. We're not dead. I mean, we could always just die in other ways, but... Oh, come on. I played careful. I took my time. I waited until I was ready. And my opponent didn't rush. Kept drawing. And I picked the agenda. It happens. Alright, let's find another game. Alright, which runner deck do you all want to see? Time's a factor. Yeah, let's do Val. What's up, Tuan? Why so much post-rotation Scorpios? Jeez. Yep, you all are too late. I mean, okay. Let's go Siphon. Then let's just go get that. Yeah, it's been a rough week. For those of you who aren't aware, I've been very sick for the past week or so. It's not been a very good scene. I want to keep the mining accident. We've got 2 more obelisks. We're good. Yeah, I mean, you remove the siphon from the game here. Each one of my siphons is going to get 1 pass. We're completely okay with that. So first things first, let's just siphon. Oh, I can't do that. That's right. Ha ha ha. Let's just run HQ the normal way. Come on. Okay, then we're going to play Mining Accident. They have to take the bad pub. And then we'll play our Itinerant Protesters and reduce their hand size. Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a good insight, James. Okay, let's do a little drawing. Check R&D. Scarcity of resources. That's a bad current for us. Now, what we really need to do is, well, first of all, we need to get up to the point where we can't be boomed. And we need to get a Urogniev Mercs down. I've only got 2 of them, so depending on how dangerous I think they are, I may deja vu for it, but I'd rather not. I'm going to have to deja vu for it, because if they draw into a boom, we're going to lose our entire combo. So let's draw. Let's get money. And let's put down dummy box. Oh no, never mind. What am I doing? We don't pay 3 for a dummy box. Just gain $1. Okay. So we've got the lister of deans. We're gonna get the mercs down. Nice. Okay. So we're still just digging and getting ready. At this juncture, I will put down Dummy Box, even though it costs us more to protect Yorogniev. And we're just setting up for our power turn. Okay. We need money. What do we think? We think that can't be a Chrysium, right? No, Chrysium. Chrysium's fine. Alright. Alright, so let's fire up the combo. Let's Mars for Martians. Let's Dean Lister. Let's counter surveillance. And then let's go into R&D and see 11 cards. With our lovely 4 bad pub. Ow. Balder. No. Alright, so there's a Colossus. Let's go ahead and do the thing that we do. Come on, more agendas. Okay. Well, we don't need this obelisk. We can pitch any conspiracy breakers that we drew. And then we're good to go. And we've picked up another Mars for Martians. So I think we need to be checking out HQ, and then we can start doing some siphoning. So let's get in there. Macrophage. Yep, so there's the Chrysium grid. Let's go ahead and get in there and siphon a couple times. And go ahead and reset the clock. On their money and their ability to impact us. Then for good measure, we will play the mining accident. And now there is 5 bad publicity on the board, so when we draw our other copy of Itinerant Protesters, they go to a hand size of 0. So first things first, let's drop, I did that in the wrong order. Now it's not gonna let me do it. That sucks. Let's get Omar in here. Alright, so now we're just in maximum Crushinator mode. No, but I can make their life exceptionally difficult. Oh, why is my camera going in and out of focus? There we go. So let's get a big fat stack of cash. Let's roll into HQ. Then let's put down Itinerant Protesters. You now have a max hand size of 0. That's going on, Imager. Alright, enough screwing around. Let's end this. Chrysium Grid? Cute. Trash it. End the turn. All right. I'm sorry it had to be this way. Let's go ahead and put down that, go into R&D, redux what we did before, and go ahead and see every card in their deck. Oh, and he quit. Okay. I'm gonna try to be on for about 2 hours total. So, I mean, clearly all three of these decks that I've built as potential Worlds contenders are powerful. I just don't know which one is going to be the best choice for my Worlds play. You know? But, you know, what are you going to do? We got to keep these things commemorated. See ya. Alright, so... yeah, I mean, I don't really have a ton of experience with any of these decks, really. These are all new decks that I've made in the last couple of weeks. Let's do turtles again. Balder, you can't get in my lap, man. I love you. Alright, come on, opponent. I don't know. This is tough sauce. Because I like a lot of different things in this game of Netrunner that we play. And, it's not easy for me to pick decks. It's really not. I like all my decks. So while we're waiting, let's take a look at potential Corp decks. Sync is very fragile, but still very powerful. I feel like I've got to get rid of one closed accounts and get something like... what is that shuffle card? The yellow event. I can't remember what it's called, but there's an event that lets you shuffle cards out of your hand. I don't know, we'll come back to that. But yeah. Special Report, that's the name of that card. Alright, come on, opponent. So, in addition to streaming Netrunner, I also have in the show notes below the link to my Twitch where I stream video games. I don't know how interested the Netrunner community is in watching me play like platformers and Darkest Dungeon and Overwatch and things like that, but if you are interested in that, give it a look. I'm probably going to be streaming at some point later today. I'll probably be doing some platformers like 20XX and what was the other one I was going to do? Dead Cells. If that's your jam and you want to listen to me talk for even more time today, you can check that out. Come on, this is insane. Somebody join my game. Alright, well, the waiting is the hardest part, they say. Alright, let's roll out smoke. I have a terrible rotation smoke build. Let's see if we can make it happen. Oh, no. See, I talked about making another deck. I wonder if this guy picked CI because he thought I was going to be on Val. Keep. Temujin in the opening hand is a hard keep. And especially with the gang sign against CI. That'll mess up a combo real fast. Perfect. Okay. I get a little bit Genghis Khan. All you NBN players, enjoy your friends in high places while they last. Okay, so we're getting there. Now basically we have to assume that every face down ice is a Fairchild 3, so let's check that first. See if we can get some money to be spent. It's a Loki. Fire it. I'll shuffle this into my deck. And then we hit a snare and we die. That'd be rad. But we would have died anyway, so. Yeah, we'll trash Violet level clearance. That's cute. So let's get a turtle out. And let's run that 3 times. Or as many times as we can. Captain Turtle, he's a hero. All right. I think it's interesting how much that ice just completely alters the way people play. We were discussing in our group that it has completely changed the way we play Netrunner and design decks as runners, where like one of the first questions you ask yourself is how efficiently you're going to be breaking Fairchild 3. And that's like one of the primary questions your deck has to ask you, which is insane, you know? Having a good AI is going to be nice for this. So first things first, let's run into HQ. Let's break. Let's bounce. Let's run R&D. Let's run R&D again. And let's drop Earthrise. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the way a lot of things are going. If we could draw a Siphon right about now, that'd be really rad. Turtle, man. Turtle's good. Alright, so the ELP is down, which we're fine with. Alright, so things are gonna get interesting. I like the turtle deck a lot. Yeah, I think if HB wasn't as incredibly rich as it is, Fairchild would be fine. But like HB is like you can't impact their tempo at all rich. And that makes rezzing Fairchild trivial. And you never want an ice that's that powerful to be trivial to res. Eli went on the MWL because it wasn't an OP piece of ice, but it gave a disproportionate amount of value compared to its tempo head. Fairchild is appropriately priced for its effect, but they have too much money. Like, way too much money. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you, Kelfasil. I haven't seen you on here in a while. I played main heals, and I did a lot of PvP arena as Shadow Priest. I mean, okay. Oh, it's one of these stupid decks. The good news is I have gang signs, so I could still win. I don't know how I feel about this type of garbage. Yep. This is, he's gonna keep playing load testing over and over again, so I never get a turn, so he can slow roll out agendas. But so I still have gang sign though, so that makes things a little weird for my opponent. I mean, I don't really care, though. Like, I'll hang out and wait and see if I luck sack it to agendas, because I bet you that HQ is super nutrient rich, and I've got a gang sign. We can hang out here all day. I mean, up until this point, we've been playing lots of great Netrunner. This guy I beat, I think, earlier with the Val deck. He got very grumpy. So I guess he decided that I was playing a negative play experience, so he decided to jump onto the stream with a negative play experience. I mean, he can install all of them, but he'd have to basically slow advance them all until... Right, it's a fine card. Like, we were discussing this the other day in our group. Like, the reason Cypher is a bad card is not because of how powerful it is. It's because it breaks down one of the fundamental interactions of the game, which is runner interacting with ice, right? Parasite has always done that, but there's all sorts of additional setup you've had to do in order to make that happen. All the crap that's going on with HB right now is the problem where it's supposed to be that you res assets and they're a risk because they could get trashed, and once they're trashed, they're hard to get rid of. So Friends in High Places and all of the other recursion like clone suffrage movement and things like that has created a situation where you can't really make assets go away without doing a ton of work and dedicating your whole deck to it. And that's a fundamental breakdown of the power exchange and the tempo exchange that's supposed to be happening in Netrunner, where an asset is a risk for the corp who's resing it and investing resources and using it, and the runner has to take a tempo hit to remove it, but they get rewarded for that by removing it from play and forcing the corp to use their tempo to bring it back. There's no ability to impact ETF's tempo anymore. So because of that, the fundamental interaction of the game is kind of broken because there's no way to actually deal with these assets permanently. I'm not salty. Like, I don't mind people playing powerful decks. I'm talking about from a design space. Like, the problem that ETF poses is it's a breakdown of the way Netrunner is supposed to work. Because the fact that the ETF, you can spend 12 credits trashing 3 assets and they can spend 2 credits to bring all 3 of them back is just bad. It's bad. Yeah, he's just stalled the game. If I ever get a turn again, I'm gonna obliterate him. Subliminal doesn't work, Kelphasil, because it's not rotation. I mean, I could just hang out forever, and we can keep chatting about the meta, but yeah. I mean, I'm gonna stay in this because I want my opponent to actually win this by playing it out. My favorite part of this will be when Director Haas is like the bottom card of their deck. Yeah, this is that corp. But I don't think my opponent is actually going to be able to win this, so... Look at that tapeworm, still giving me 1 credit of value every turn. He still has to score all of those agendas with no hand size and no money. So funny. There it is. All right. This is nice and relaxing. I'm gonna sip my coffee, just chill out. I'm imagining what probably happens with this deck is a lot of times once people actually initiate the combo of this, people just concede. But when people play these types of complicated CI decks, I think it's very important that you make them actually play it out and win it, because I think a lot of times they're counting on the concedes to save their mental energy from playing the decks. Yeah, because, you know, there's been multiple times in game night kits and store championships and things where people have been playing CI and they just lay their cards down and they're like, I have it. And I'm like, play it out. And then I'm like, there's no takesies backsies if you play a card out of order. Because if you're playing a combo deck, it's not salt, but you have to be able to execute the combo correctly. That is part of the skill cap requirement of doing that. I mean, oh man, this is silly. Yeah, thank you, Travis. Alright, we're gonna bail on this. I'm willing to make a bet that my opponent will forget to shuffle something back in on the turn that he'll be decked. I want to play Los post-rotation, but the loss of compromised employee is actually pretty rough. Balder, you gotta go. Hey, go. There's the director. Hey, at least we're making money. Getting that 2 clicks of value every turn. Our opponent's got to start winning soon. Like, this is getting out of hand. Hey, Seeds, welcome. Come on. Kalpasa, why did you remind him that he has Museum installed? I was worried he might forget the trigger on the turn. Stop coaching him. Like, don't tell me... Okay, now I am salty, because don't tell me to stick it out and then coach my opponent on how not to lose. Like, now I have, like, literally no chance. Because you reminded him of the only 2 things that would have allowed me to win. So now the entire, like, 20 minutes I've been sitting here has been for nothing. Can you talk in the actual stream chat instead of in the game? You should not be coaching my opponent, is ultimately what it comes down to. I'm not projecting the loss, I'm projecting the wasted time for me staying here. Because, like, that's like 30 minutes of my stream down the toilet. I should have done the Leela bounce first. Oh well. No. I'm talking... Just never mind. You reminded him to install all the agendas before he started scoring. Like, there's been plenty of misplays by this guy over the course of this game. Mm-mm. Hey, we got a Director Haas. We got closer to victory than I ever thought we would. Mulligan. I would have preferred a lot more money in the opening hand. Let's see how it goes. GLHF. The commentary on my stream usually comes in after I've made decisions as to what I'm doing. Also, you informed my opponent of the primary thing that they could do to hedge against my only remaining win condition. No, that's not... You're misunderstanding what I'm upset about. I'm upset that you told me to stay in the game and play it out, and then helped my opponent not lose. That's what I'm upset about. I'm upset that you told me to not just bail on the game, and then helped my opponent draw out the game. Like, you have a fundamental misunderstanding of why I'm upset. Like, I spent an extra 30 minutes of a live stream not taking turns. This is actually a pretty tough call. We could probably get rid of one of the sack cards for now. Alright, I can't wait to see what this guy's doing. Is that a 5-3? That would be so rad. But we're still Leela, so we still get to do cool stuff. Show me that GFI. Let's gang sign first. You gotta get while the combo win's good. No regrets. Feels good. Feels good, tastes good. Yeah, no. I was like, oh, is this gonna be mandatory upgrades? But yeah, it's not rotation friendly. But that would have been, it's so sick. That would have been so sick. I would have been about it. All right. Do we think that's a Fairchild 3 on there? I kind of want to just get Inversificator down as a hedge, right? Sure. No. And then we gotta pitch something, so we'll pitch Extra Turtle. We've gotten all of our turtles early, which is pretty nice. But now we actually need to get to the point. That's true. Okay, so I think let's check archives. Hopefully it's not another Loki. Okay, it's not another Loki. So let's jack out. Let's put a turtle down. Let's run archives. Let's break. And then let's put down another gang sign for now. Nice. Okay. So let's run archives, even though it feels bad. Let's put tapeworm down. And then let's go in there again. And we can probably ditch the net tab. HQI and gang sign. Mwah, just mwah. So good. Let's see if we can get some Leela bounces here. All right. So now we just need a fresh siphon. I'm open to suggestions to free music, but it has to be actual free music. Every time somebody suggests free music, it ends up not being free and I get a copyright claim against my channel. Because there's a sound effect or something, like YouTube's algorithm is super strict. And I've been burned a ton trying to use free music, and then the free music has like a sound sample in it from a copyrighted song, and I get a copyright claim. But yeah, if you have recommendations for things that are like verified YouTube free music, I'd be more than happy to check it out, because I love mixing up the music. So here, I think there's an agenda out here. Oh, well, we're definitely trashing that. We'll trash the austerity policy. We'll trash that too. There's the Fairchild. What's 433? All right, we need to money up. No, that's not what I meant to do. Getting in there. All right. That stinks for our opponent. Alright. I want to use some air encounters to try to find a siphon. Yeah, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run HQ. We're gonna break. Break, 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 because they're gonna choose Fairchild, because why wouldn't they? Hard-hitting news. And that's game. I don't know, the Val's good. It's flexible, it works. It's got late game money and the Aeneas Informants. I don't know. Even though I wouldn't really consider myself a criminal player, I'm leaning in that direction. We'll keep this. I don't believe so. Or Poro. Gotta love that triple ice. All right. Let's do it. What is that, a code gate? Just keep it moving. We're getting there. The nice thing about playing Leela is people have a harder time kind of rushing out against you because they don't really have the ability to do that unless they are very well set up. We'll play 6 for that, for the drip that's going to give us while we're waiting. I can wait. I'm a waiter. I'll wait it out. At least we're getting good mileage out of these special orders. I always hate it when you end up like finding the special orders in like the last 5 cards after you've hard drawed for every single one of your breakers. It feels bad. I'll hard pay for it. We're just waiting because the burden of scoring is on our opponent. Maybe we could see that preemptive action a couple more times. Okay. Go HQ. Things are getting weird. So we have a money problem. A very serious one. What we need is we need to draw another siphon. apparently that is not to be. Alright. Alright, I can't put that down. Because we've got no... what's the word? We've got no gauntlet. This scarcity of resources is very oppressive to us. It's probably going to end up costing us the game. We need to gear up for a gauntlet run. No gauntlet. Things are getting bad. I think we're in very rough shape. Yep, that's game. If that's an agenda, which it is. We do not have any currents in this deck currently, except for I think I have one employee strike, maybe. Nope, no currents. Yep. And that's game. We did not get our econ set up early and we got locked out. All right, well, we've been on for about 3 hours. Thank you everyone, as always, for taking time out of your day to come hang out. And until I see you all again, always be running. I'm gonna go get some lunch.